Hey kid, little Sam here. Are you on your way to the shop? We don't have time to waste. Let me know when you arrive. The client's already waiting.
What's going on, everybody? This is Christopher here, and welcome to a video. Today we're playing Car Dealer Simulator. It simulates running a car dealership. Excuse me. So we're going to see some tutorial windows in the beginning. This one's just telling us how to drive. If you've played a video game before, you know how to move. So the WASD keys to move, and a key I don't really care about because I'm not going to listen to the radio. All right. So we want to go to the shop. Like he says, we go straight there. He's still going to complain about us taking too long. Oh, excuse you. Yeah, okay. Sure. Oh God. Looked a little painful.
You took way too long. Good thing you're here.
Yeah.
I had to step out and take care of something. But I've got your first job. I found an amazing deal. The client's already on board, so everything's set. See that towing trailer in the yard? Grab it and go pick up that piece of mechanical beauty. You know the deal. It's a chunk of junk. But if you fix it right, we'll pull some cash out of it. Don't waste time. Get moving.
So I've played this a little bit before. It's actually a pretty fun little game. So here I am playing it again, and I'm going to share the adventure with you guys. And I can't stand how dirty this truck is, so I'm going to wash it before doing anything else. Then when I get the opportunity, I'm going to do the body work on it before I do anything else. So basically, once you complete so much as a step, in this case putting soap on the truck, the game will auto-complete the rest for you, like that. I kind of don't like it. I wish there was a keybind that we hit when we're done, instead of the game just deciding when we're done. For people like me, it makes it not quite as satisfying to do this kind of stuff, but it's still fun enough, I guess. And oh no, up, putts. I tell you, I own 2 trucks, one of them with a pickup truck bed, and I have a toolbox in said pickup truck bed. It is probably one of the biggest pains in the asses to wash by hand. Because you get all that soap up underneath the toolbox, and you spend forever trying to rinse it out. Especially when there's debris and stuff like that up under there. Which mine seems to get on a regular basis because it's usually parked under a tree. So after it rains or a particularly windy day, there's a lot of twigs and branches and stuff like that underneath it. And I usually don't remember that until I go to wash it. So, and I don't carry a broom on my truck, so I can't exactly sweep it out before I wash it. So it's all got to be sprayed out. So this is just telling us how to use a tow dolly. You back up to it. You don't have to get out. Like it says, you can do it from the car by pressing the Z key. Okay, go away, tutorial. No, you're making me wreck.
Nice job, kid. Listen, the deal with this client is all set. Now we just need to pick up the car. But before you head out, drive over to the station and fuel up your ride.
Mm-hmm.
If you get stuck in the middle of nowhere, you won't be much use to anyone.
Mm-hmm. So I've actually got enough gas to do this, but the tutorial says to do, so I have to do. Yep. D. Yep. Oh, yeah. Thanks, tutorial. I really wanted to hit the gas pump instead of park next to it. Basically, you go to your fuel cap, you hit E to open the cover. Everything's pretty straightforward. You see the key bind. It says E to attach fueling gun, and you need to quit humping the ground. E to interact. Turn this on. It'll pump automatically. If you don't, see, it'll do that. But if you got a big fuel tank or a very empty fuel tank, you want to have that switch turned on. Okay, apparently I was done. And you don't have to, like, some people will look back at this, you can put it back like that, or you can, if you're facing away, down at the bottom you see the little tooltip that says put back. That's right mouse button. It'll snap back to the pump. Excuse you. Did you see I'm trying to drive here? Me first, always. You first, never. Oh god, I'm right up on the steering wheel driving this. Where are we at here? Oh, right here. Shady, broken up, run down motel. That's where you want to buy your cars from. Okay, this is just telling us how to connect the car. We press X to extend the ramps, and then we back up to it, and it snaps into place. So we're going to do that. I like to line it up. Now, a little tip for these trailers, not just the dolly, but other trailers you get. Disconnect and reconnect. It'll straighten it out. And there we go. You don't have to be exact on it. There is a little. It is a little forgiving in the pickup area. You just got to get it close enough. Now, driving the truck, towing this car, we got to be a little bit careful because we will jackknife very easily because the car will want to start going faster than us when we go around turns. See if I can do it here. Nope. It's just fishtailing with me.
Did you pick up that beauty?
Nope.
Listen, don't worry about the mechanics, but make sure you
Nope.
clean it up with the pressure washer and snap a few good pics.
Nope.
Remember, if it's going to sell, it needs to shine.
I don't want to. Okay, this is basically telling you how to do what I just did before we went to get the car. Basically, when you're in any kind of tool mode, it'll give you hints down at the bottom. So like we exit here, we go into the range of the car wash area. We can hit E to grab, or we can press and hold tab. Gives us the little tool wheel, which I really hate the tool wheel. So we choose foam first because you got to put soap on the car. Then down at the bottom, you see all the tool tips. So we can rotate the nozzle. Starts out by default horizontal. Like so. The further you stand away, the wider the area you can get. But it'll quit. It can only reach so far, so it only works so well. And I'm purposely avoiding the wheels. I like to try to feel like I'm doing something, so in some cars will auto-complete the step for you faster than others. So I leave the wheels for the end. You can see it just auto-completed and did everything, and I didn't have to see those getting covered on their own. It drives me up a wall. Now we squirted a little bit. If you press X, you'll see where you miss. And if you go too fast, you see how the car is still kind of orange? Even though it looks like I rinsed it, it's not rinsed. And it will not allow you to finish unless it gets to a certain percentage, and the invisible stuff will keep you from getting to that percentage. I usually don't do it unless I usually don't use that scanner mode unless I'm having trouble finding the last little spots I need to spray off. Here we go, all done. Luckily, this car drives. About 50, I would say about 50% or so of the cars that you buy or that you have available to buy don't run. You have to fix them in order to get them to run. And that's telling us how to do the photo mode. Park it over here. Because why not? Now, every time you park a car in an area that is meant for something like to sell it or the work bays, you know, to wash it or whatever, you have to make the box green. You have to make it happy. Otherwise, it won't register. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take pictures. So we hit C to open up our tablet, camera app, and you want to make as many of these eyeballs blue as possible. You see there's a total of 6. There's 2 red ones and 4 blue ones. Actually 7. There's 3 red ones. You can get them in 2 pictures. And they will stay green. The ones that you've gotten will stay green. The ones you haven't gotten but can get will turn blue. So we hit escape to get out of that. Now we're ready to post the car up for sale. Walking over the boxes. Okay, so we want to hit the car shop, hit your ads, and then we're going to add a new advertisement. And then if the car's parked in a green box, it'll come up here. Add our pictures. And then we type in a value down here. Values I normally try to go for are on the lower end of the yellow going to red. You'll see what I mean. This blue bar here. Right now, if you sell for $55.17, numlock got stated. My numlock got disabled. That's going to sell right off the bat, but that's market value. That's basically street value of a car. What I'm going to do, 8 grand, too much. 7, and then we change this to 5. Still too good. 6, too bad. Okay, so we're going to sell it for $7,500. Now, you don't necessarily have any pressing needs that require money unless you want to go buy a car. So you don't necessarily have to sell it quick, but it normally will sell within a day. When we're done, we'll click the X, click the power button or hit escape. And then we come here and, okay, yeah. Okay. So customers will start coming, if you leave your shop open, like 24/7, customers will start coming at 7 a.m. and they will stop at 7 p.m. And now while we wait for a customer, I'm going to pull my truck in here. Tidy it up a little bit. Take the dolly with me. Now, so far as I've been able to figure out, your car doesn't exactly gather dirt at all while you're, while you're driving it or whatever. So once you wash it, you're pretty much done, I think.
Oh, hell no.
You can, oh, hell no, right off my lot there, buddy. He didn't like the price of the car. And he found out there's nothing else on the lot. Yep, that space is empty too, buddy. Once you go to the space with the car in it, you might find something. I swear the customers are such... Okay. No, no, no. Bad words. I don't want to say bad words. So now this is your mechanic / body shop. We're going to go into the tool tab. Spray paint. Rust and metal sandpaper. There's a spatula, which is a spackle. And then there's finishing sandpaper. What we're going to choose is rust and metal. And we're going to start working on the rust. This will remove paint too, so be careful that you're only rubbing what you want gone. And just like with the car wash, once you get this to a certain percentage, it'll say, okay, you're done, and finish it for you. And just like with the dirt, I don't think your car will gather any rust or deterioration the longer you drive it. And once you get to a certain point, you won't be excuse me, you will not be driving it anymore. Oh, somebody wants the car. Now watch this. They're going to call this negotiating, right? You're going to offer me $55,000? No. It says, no. I'm broke. I'm not desperate. So basically, the negotiations go once they make an offer, or when you're buying a car, you make an offer. They start, well, let me back up a little bit. When you start the dialogue with the person selling the car, they will say, hey, this car costs this much. And then you can enter in a counter offer. And you can lowball. And depending on how expensive the car is, you might be able to lowball them a little bit or a lot of it. Again, it depends on how much they're asking for the car versus how much the car is worth. And in a little bit, we'll be able to tell how much a car is worth before we start talking and negotiating with a tool. I think once we sell a car or two, we'll gain access to it, and we'll be able to pull it out whenever we need to. Okay, I got a customer waiting. You really want it? No. Yay, ha, your butt off my lot, buddy. So this part becomes easier as you go along because you can upgrade aspects of your dealership, your office and workshop and stuff like that. You'll gain access to tools in your body shop. That'll make this lots and lots easier and lots quicker. Hey! So now we go to the putty knife, or spackle, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to smear some of this on there. Now, I don't know where you're from, you know, wherever you're watching this from. But where I'm from, we don't putty everything. Use primer. And primer sprays on. It's a lot easier than spackle or smearing putty on it. You only use putty like this. This is actually, I guess it's supposed to be repair putty. You only use it if you've got dents, like minor dents that you can't get out. It's called dent filler, and it'll fill in the dents. You sand it smooth, and once you paint over it, it looks like it never happened. There we go, finishing sandpaper. Do a little bit of that. And okay, you know what? You come with me. Let's see if I can do something here. Oh man. In my other save, I have that on the wall. I don't ever use it, so it makes no difference to me. And there it has been on the wall since like day 10 or something like that. I don't know. I upgraded my office 3 times with it stuck to the wall. I originally moved it out because I got tired of stepping on it. go. Now we get the spray paint. Again, you don't have to get 100%, but if it makes you feel any better, you can. We're just going to get the big parts. Now, every time you do something like this, whether it's washing the car or repairing the car, certain steps will increase the value of your car. And depending on what step it is, it'll apply a certain percentage to the overall value of the car based on the original value of the car. There we go. Oh, it looks so much better. Now later on in the game, you'll have more spots, and the more spots you have filled with cars, more customers will come on your lot. That and a higher reputation and higher office level will affect how many customers you come looking on that will come looking at your lot. Right now, I think I have a max of 2. She doesn't like that car, but yet she's pacing around like she's thinking about it. Come on, lady, you want to buy that car? Okay, no, you don't. Get off my lot. Do you want to buy my car? Oh, never mind. I'm going in here. That was a little terrifying. Oh, okay. That figures. I see inside her skull she wants to buy my car, and she wants to lowball me. No. Okay, so this is going to take a minute to sell this car. So I'm going to pause the recording here, and I shall be back when somebody actually wants to buy the car. Finally! John wants it. Take it.
Well, kid,
All
you
right,
really nailed it
let's do
today.
this.
Did you see that reputation boost after the sale?
No.
Keep it up. The higher your reputation, the thicker your wallet. And that's what we're really playing for, right? You've earned your rest today. Tomorrow, I'll show you some tricks of the trade. Remember, early bird catches the worm.
Okay, so a little disclaimer. I had to sleep overnight. I was wrong about the customer's quitting time. It's 8 o'clock, not 7 o'clock. They keep coming up till 8 p.m. at night. And I slept. You wake up at 7 a.m. and you see what time it is in the upper left-hand corner. It was noon before I sold the car today. So, yeah. Just come up to the couch and press E. Because apparently you don't have a house.
Hey, kid, well rested? You know, I was thinking, Since you're doing such a great job boosting our reputation in town, maybe it's time to work on our image a bit too. Did you see that old sign above the entrance? Exactly. It could use a little upgrade. Something fresh to catch the eye.
The sign he speaks of is this one. So we are going to spiffy it up. And pardon me while I cough up a lung. Okay, so what we're going to do is customize. And something fitting. Some okay. Mm, mm, okay. Ugh. Decoration. Oh. Okay. Bevel size. Oh, you can make it square or slightly rounded off. Okay. Let's see what this does. That doesn't do anything. Yeah, we'll just leave that default. And font colors, okay with red. I wish you could click this and actually bring up a color picker, but you can't. There we go. This might need to be a little bit lighter then. Oh, I forgot you could do that. Cool. All right.
Oh, hell no.
Alright, that should do it. I'll wire you some money through MobiCash. Find yourself a good enough ride and make a deal. We'll see how much more we can squeeze out of it.
Okay, for the record, he only... Oh, cool. Sent me $3 grand. I'm like, wait a minute. So now what we got to do is go on the computer and click use. Yeah. Now, once you get so many cars for sale, you're going to want to use, if you hit search, it'll take all the cars you have on there off, so you only see the cars that other people are selling. So what we're going to do, we don't have access to really that great of cars just yet. I'm gonna go up here and select drivable. Oh, they're all drivable. Okay, cool. Something like this, Salagrado. That'd be decent. We gotta wash it. We gotta do body work to it. There's gonna be a tutorial on the body work. You click the schedule meeting, and then you close that out, and then you'll see. Okay, ordinarily that would be purple, but in this case it's pink because it's part of the quest line. It's optional to close the office. Once you get so far away from the office, customers will quit coming and the ones that are on the lot will disappear. So now we're going to haul some butt down here and look at us a car. Shortcut. I like to come from the back side here. Because sometimes some of these cars that you buy are facing the other direction. I guess the 6-1 half a dozen the other really. What direction they're going to be facing either. Like there's a car that pops up at that lot, it faces that direction, so yeah, ignore me. Is that one of them fangled hover cars there, ma'am? Alright, how much you want for it? 8,500. We're going to say 6,000.
Hold on.
So we're going to say, shut up, and 6,500. 69, dude. Close enough to 7. I'll take it. Sometimes customers are more willing to move off of their asking price than other times. Sometimes they'll just straight up laugh in your face. You don't always have to accept their offer. If you don't like it, just hit reject. Go look at the computer for another one. And if you're wondering, sometimes when you pick these cars up on unlevel ground, they end up hooking to your dolly unlevel. It drives me up a wall. It'll still tow just fine, but I prefer to fix it. So even though I'm not looking at it the entire time, I know it's crooked and it just bothers me. And turn away, buddy. Oh man, I'm so used to having the tow truck. The tow truck will just punt them out of the way, no problem. This little pickup truck, yeah, excuse you, buddy. This little pickup truck, it just does not have the weight. And I turned when I should. Now that little trick I showed you earlier with the dolly, where you can disconnect it and straighten it out, you cannot exactly do that with a car on it because you have to drop the car before you can disconnect the dolly. So the first thing we're going to do is run it through the body shop, which Tutorial's telling us to take it there anyway. He's going to tell us to go get some exhaust tape and tape up the holes.
How's the client? I hope he wasn't whining too much. Alright, let's take a look at that beauty and see what needs fixing. There's a scanner on the table. Just run it over and you'll know exactly what's going on under the hood. No BS. Tech doesn't lie.
Okay. So this tool is kind of cool. You pick it from your tab wheel. You hold tab. Like you don't even have to be anywhere near a car. You can bring it up. so we can look at the stats on my truck. It'll show us the purchase price, the current market value, which I paid too much for the truck apparently. Either that or I've run it into the ground too much. But 350,000 miles on it. Yeah, I'd have questions about buying it. Now this, we're going to run it. We look up here. Market value is 8,300. We paid 71 for it. So we got a little bit of a discount. Did okay. And here on the lower half, you can see the condition of everything. And what we're looking at now is what it's going to want us to look at is the exhaust holes. We need to go get some tape and tape them up. That's all we can do to the car without a lift.
It's worth checking the exhaust on cars. Holy ones sputter, and the profit will disappear faster than you think. Grab some repair tape, patch that thing up, and the car will run like new. And us? We'll save a few bucks. And that's what this business is all about.
And you know, we're going to go to the store. I'm going to pull the dolly around front, and then I'm going to drop it off. Right there. It's telling us to go to the parts store. So we're going to go to the parts store. Not yet. Hello. I'll see. Yeah, stop signs don't work, man. They break. They don't do anything to stop you. Okay, so this is the parts store. Now what I'm gonna do. What? Oh, God's green earth is that? Ugh. We're gonna talk to this guy. So ordinarily, we would buy exhaust tape, right? The exhaust catalytic converter is $500. Now you don't really want to spend a lot of money on parts right now. Later on, when you have a high enough office level, you have access to the repair machine, and basically what that does is it looks like a parts polisher if you've ever worked in a machine shop. It's basically a drum that tumbles little stones or corn cob or whatever that polishes polishing media that polishes your parts. That apparently in the game repairs parts. So you can take a totally dead battery and renew it in that thing. I don't know how it works, but it works and it saves you tons of money. So for right now, we're going to get some repair tape. You can get 5 uses out of it, and don't go overboard with buying it because eventually you're going to have a machine shop where you're going to have access to a parts repairing machine that'll be able to repair the catalytic converters. So buying a bunch of tape will only get in the way in the future. So we're going to buy 5 rolls. If we hit I, there's our 5 rolls. Now at the shop, there's parts storage. There's a little shop in the backyard. If you didn't quite catch it, it looks like a little garage with an open door. There's 2 buildings back there. One of them has an open door and the other one does not. And the one that does not is your storage. This one. The more you store here, the more stuff pops up on the shelves and stuff like that. little boxes and whatever. It's not going to show you what you have in storage. It just puts boxes and stuff on the shelf to, I don't know, because like, I guess to make it look like you're storing things. Okay, yeah. Got it. Okay, I can't take wheels off yet anyway, so there's no point in showing me. So you want to go to the hood of the car where the engine is. There are cars that are rear engine, so you have to go to the back. So we're going to the front of this one. We're going to select the catalytic converter. And it starts out by default with a spray. You spray it on there, and you actually, this is basically a leak detector, or spray that you use on metals to detect imperfections. I'll flip it over here, right click, drag it around. There's one hole. Now the computer said there was two. Okay, there's the other one. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. They still, okay, they stay, cool. So basically what we want to do when we have the tape in our inventory, or if it's in storage, all we got to do is click and click.
Good riddance. But don't fool yourself. It ain't permanent. We could fix those parts, but we'd have to drop some cash on a workshop. Well, we do what we can with what we got.
So,
Speaking of, there's a junkyard just outside Winston Spring. If you find some time, check it out. Maybe you'll find something worthwhile there. Just don't mention nothing to the clients, alright?
I generally don't use the junkyard. I've actually never used it. Except for one time, and oh, it's wanting us to wash the car now. So what we're going to do, I'm actually going to show you the junkyard. It is this way. I'm going to take the long way, so it's the easiest way, the least likely way you're going to get lost. Oops, excuse you. Oh, bouncy, bouncy, squirrely, squirrely. So if you look in the lower right hand corner, you'll see a mini map. And we're going to that red icon, a little red map pin. Right here. So there's two things here. They're both kind of like, they're both things we can't really, we don't really have a use for right now. Well, one we don't have a use for, the other one we can't access it just yet. Tutorial. Car crusher. You take a car in perfect condition, you crush it, get a trophy out of it. And then after so many cars you crush, and so much money, you can get different levels of trophies, and then there's a display case in your office once you get a high enough tier of office that you can display those trophies in. I don't know what that does for the business. All I know is that the trophies cost money, and like the car itself that you crush costs money, and then on top of that you have to pay to get that trophy. So it's the car plus the price of the trophy equals too much. I don't mess with it. So this, if I had $30,000 I could buy. It is a very handy piece of equipment. I wish I had the money. It's not mine. So this is the junkyard. You buy rundown cars, and you can sell cars at the junkyard. Just park them in there, pull the lever, and you get money. And these are, yeah, wrecked cars. They don't run. You can repair them, paint them up, get them up to full value, but you get the opportunity to get one of those every 3 days for free, so you don't have to buy them. And you'll see what I mean once we get an email for it. So we're gonna go back, we're gonna wash that car, get it all primed up and pretty and ready for sale. I look down to switch camera views and I go off-roading. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Oh. Whoa. So that was a quick tour of the junkyard. Like I said, I don't make very much use of it, but it's there. Alright. So, we hop in. So, we're gonna look at the current value. 85.43. We're going to clean it and see what the value goes up to after that. Now, if you notice, I'm avoiding the wheels. I'm doing that intentionally. You don't have to. I just do that so it doesn't finish early on me. See? You finish the other wheels too. Drives me up a wall, but yeah, I deal with it. Now later, once we have some office upgrades under our belt, we will have access to a better wash bay. And at that point, we'll have liquid polish and liquid wax we can use on the car. And it'll take the value of the car up even further than what just washing does. It'll make it look better too.
Kid, that car might be clean, but the rust ruins the whole impression. Now, I wouldn't be as successful if I didn't know how to deal with it. Head back to the workshop. You'll find everything you need to get rid of that rusted beast. Oh, and look for a flashlight on the table. It might come in handy.
So now, if you recall, the value was 85.43. Now it's 92.16. Depending on the base value of the car and the mileage and stuff like that, if it's like a $100,000 car, you're going to see a bigger increase in, like, what is it, $700? Not even $700. Oh. Pardon me while I make some noise moving around. So Now that we saw that, it's $9,200. And now we're going to do the rust repair. Now if you hit X, it'll highlight everything you need to remove in order to get to the next step. And you need to remove everything in order to get to the next step. I found some, like once in a great while, some cars are buggy. If you quit midway through the step, pull the car out, and pull it back in. So I try to do it all in one shot. And highlighting this with X is a little bit better than using the flashlight. I think anyway. That's my opinion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the recording here, and then I will see you when we're done. And we're back. Just finishing up the last touches on the paint job. Done gone through the priming and the prime sanding and rust sanding and all that other good stuff. There we go, that's much easier. The further away you stand from it, the more you can cover with it, and the faster it goes on for some reason. Like, in a real world, I wish we had spray paint cans like this. And it's gonna pop. There we go. I expected the old man to get on the horn. But, nope. So now we're gonna look at the value. Now we're up to $11,000. Almost $12,000. So basically a $4,000 increase from what we paid for it. Just not too shabby. Looks like a brand new car. Now you can at the parts store you can get a kit that restores the license plates. I don't, because they should clean with the car. Like if you buy a car used, you're going to get rid of the plates anyway because they don't belong to you. Now we're going to go over here, load it up for sale. Okay, you really want it over there. I really want it over here. It wants me to take 7 pictures of the car. Well, we don't have to. We take pictures of the 7 points of the car. There's 3. No, that was 4. And there's the other 3. So now we go put it up for sale. Now you have to take the pictures. The pictures add value to your car when you're posting an ad for it. So we'll go down here. We'll look. Right now it says 11,986. Let's take the pictures, add them. Now it's 12,678. Again, that increases on a curve I don't know. It increases with the value of the car a certain percentage. So the market value is 12,000. We're gonna go start out at 16. That's too much. Not enough, I should say. 17. Not enough. 18, too much. 17.5, too much. 17.3, 4. Perfect. I have this turned off. So as soon as we exit from here, this dickweed's going to come and sabotage the car. So we got to run out there and tackle him or whatever. So even though that's disabled, I still have to come out here and do that. That's stupid. Screw off, asshole. Okay, so it is 10 till 9 in the game. So customers have quit coming, and this is probably as good a point as any to stop because I gotta go in there, sleep, and we'll come back on the other side. So, yeah, this is my first video. Well, not really my first video. You'll see a couple others. I was just doing a little testing, a little messing around, seeing how I sound. I still don't like how I sound, but hey, not very many people like the sound of their voice, and if you do, more power to you. Anyway, so if you like it. If you want to see more by me, subscribe, hit that bell notification bell, whatever it's called, and you'll see more by me in the future. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the other side in the next one. Bye-bye.